everybody, Gingershadow here, and welcome back to some of the RWBY visual novel with me, and lots of things happened last part. The Save Amber mission happened, and there was less complications than I thought there would be. Like, there was complications, but, like, there was no sinister twists, no mental twist, some, like, lore for this RWBY world, but, like, you know, things went actually quite well, all things considered. We got some nice moments out of it. Yeah, overall, just quite a nice thing. And now we're pushing forward. Amber's kind of running at 100% now, kind of, maybe. I mean, she's sort of still asleep, but, you know, her brain's at least working as it should, so that's good. She knows about Cinder. She remembers the stuff when she was, like, a ghost or a projection thing. But, yeah, she doesn't feel like telling Osborne about it. Osborne now knows there's something bad in his school, but he also doesn't, yeah. Oh, there's fun games going on here. We're none the wiser. Right, anyway, though, we're going to progress through the week, see what the plot takes us. Maybe set up for Neo's date, because Neo's 4th... I don't know if I set up for it. I'm going to do Neo's 4th date this Saturday. Then, you know, the Sunday's plot day. And then, yeah, after that, we'll be doing all the extra dates, aka Jack's 2nd date and Winter's 3rd date, which should be fun. But, you know, this time we're finally getting around to the last date that hadn't already, like, just been added this month. There's only one date left I haven't done. Neo's 4th date. We're going to get it done at long last. But, right, let's get things started and see where the plot takes us, shall we? So, day 155. Jesus, we're getting close to the end. The game ends day 183 or something? 881? 180 something. Oh, we're so close. Oh, I'm going to be sad when this is done. But anyway, so, how did it feel? Oh, she's looking very smug. You sure you wouldn't be rather asking if I'm feeling alright? Oh, please. You've had 1.21 gigawatt smell plastered on your face ever since you came back. So how did it feel? What, to be praised by Jin? Liberating. I won't ever use so much power once before against the Guardian, and it wasn't in the and I wasn't in the best of states then. And on top of that, this time I was using it to do something I myself decided on. So really, it was an experience. I see. The presence of a personal purpose behind action. I know what you mean. But to be honest, I was referring to getting carried around the school bridal still, and the big hug you got afterwards. It felt... Well then. Oh God. It felt amazing. And not just because it was a warm hug, he actually touched me himself. I don't think he could stand being in my immediate vicinity not too long ago and now. Well, sounds like you're back to the starting point then. What's the next step? Next step's probably helping Wiser with something, because he's been letting you two get up to a lot. Without really caring. Like, I'm worried for those two as well, because bad stuff's gonna happen eventually. Anyway, Janara, you should eat it before it melts. What is she eating? Oh my God, she's eating like ice cream, and she doesn't want ice cream, she just wants shaved ice. What's wrong? You don't like the mix of syrup? No, it's delicious. It's just... Amber is fine, Pipsqueak. Hell, better than before, remember? I won't believe it until I see her with my own eyes. I get that, still. We overcame that hurdle, so worrying as much as before is useless. Just waste shaved ice. Oh, it is shaved ice she's eating. It's our new favourite thing. I've never had shaved ice. That's the thing, I've never had that. Like, this is like the second game now where it's been, like, mentioned, and it's like, oh, it's delicious. Like, I've never had it before. Okay. Yeah, there's this, and then there's... Oh, what's the shop called? There's a game for it where it's all about you make shaved ice, and there's, like, a girl from our world that joins you, and a reporter girl, and you make recipes, and you get better, and it starts with an M, it's something shop. I don't think it's Marvelous. It's on Steam, anyway. Oh, it's a game of shaved ice. Now I want shaved ice. Hey, why didn't she come see us immediately? Sigh. Seems like the poor shaved ice won't have the honor of being eaten. Titania to the rescue. Hey, Give it back. You weren't eating it? Some tropical fruits. I was about to. Gimme. Why don't you just get another one? That's quite mean. Just steal your dessert. I'm eating it now. No, I was going to eat it. Yeah, I should just go get another one then, shouldn't you? I don't want another one. I want that one because it's mine. Give it back. Nope. There is like a big sister, little sister thing going there. I want Titania to get a date so bad. Ah. In a sense, I'd also like, not a date with Gennara, but like an event with Gennara. Like, doing like a nice happy thing with her. I don't know what, but something. Obviously not like a date thing because she's more like a little sister of the group now. But like, you know. Maybe a thing with like Kim and Evelyn or something. I don't know. Oh, I would like to do a date thing with Titania though. Jesus. I check out on your outfit. She's became her own person. More so. It's beautiful. I'll send you a message. Ah, sorry about just new message. Yes, it's okay. I just had to take drastic measures to help a friend. If it was that dangerous, why didn't you ask for my help, idiot? When the hell did we do half of this? Probably last time. Boop. I mean, yeah, considering Neo would have been a great help in Burial. We should be able to help in it though. But there's no way I could have justified her presence there to anyone but my own team. She's still a criminal, probably has a warrant out. And there's no way she could have gotten away from her job to begin with. Or at least not with enough time to get to us before we departed. Yeah, but Neo's semblance is something and maybe includes teleporting. We're not really sure. Because, like, that's the thing. Neo was on that train with Torchwick. Then Ravenous showed up and Neo vanished. Now, did Neo just sit on the train? Like, she just somehow disappear on the train? Did she go up on top of the train? Did the crash and then she climb at the hole? Or did she literally disappear another way? What exactly is her semblance? I know she can create like some kind of illusion-based clone thing, whatever it is. I don't know. She can do something. It's just, is it teleporting or not? I'm not sure. I really want to know exactly how her semblance works at this point. Because she's got one of those weird ones where it's like, it seems to do a couple of things, but we're not sure which thing it actually does. Aw. It's a bit like Cinder's semblance. We don't know what Cinder's semblance is, because we're not sure what her maiden stuff is and what her semblance is. Is her semblance just fire? Is it summoning those sword things? No, because it turns out Raven could do the same thing. She summoned a big blue sword. Cinder summoned a red sword. So what's Cinder's actual semblance then? Questions I would love to get an answer to at some point. Anyway, though, continuing on. That's the break, sadly. Oh, I'm sure Neo will accept that answer. She's not going to accept that answer. Right, let's go find things to do. Why am I at class at this time of day? Wait, what? What's this? What is this? Who's the... Wait, okay, wait. Oh, phone. No! Didn't know that was there. Okay. I want to cut and check what that is. I'll check it later. You can't know. You can never know. Yeah, apparently there's a lid thing that okay. Right, and I was wanting to check this to see if, like, there was more people on it and stuff. Like, yeah. I've actually got dates with. I've done one with Velvet, which is I shouldn't have done because that was a waste of a date, essentially. But whatever, it's fine because it still worked out. Neo's things hasn't got hearts. But we have done 3. It would actually be handy if the 3 went on. Even if we aren't technically at 3 hearts with Neo, it would be handy if we had 3. Amber's got 1. But, like, Amber's thing then became part of the main story, so that doesn't even matter. Pierre we've got 3 with. No, wait. What? Pierre we've got 4 with. We've done all of Pierre's dates in this world. What? Oh, that's odd. Yang we've got 4 with. Makes sense. Because, like, yeah, Yang, Pyrrha, and Neo are going to be, like, the 3 that we have all 4 on. Then that'll be the decision for which we do the final date on. It's probably going to be Yang, let's be honest. Then probably Pyrrha. Then Neo. But anyway, I'm confused. I swear I've done Pyrrha's 4 dates in this. Alright, there's one way to find it. Right, what is this? What is this? What is this? Click, click, click. Oh, that's just the title bit. Okay. Because it's maybe just Yang's thing. Never mind then. Oh no, I've just backtracked. Hold on. If I click backtrack, then it deletes me doing the thing with Neo. Or at least I think it does. I don't trust it. Or not. Where's this? Boop. Wait, what? Ah. They don't ignore me. They don't have this time. Boring. There it is. Bah. Yes. We've done this already. I need to make sure I do Neo's things. Because that's actually important for later in the week. Otherwise, I had to replay through it, which would be a pain. Right. Oh, Jim actually. Things. No, not Jim. No, not Jim. I can't back out. It's too late now. We're in this long haul. But I just realized after doing it, wait, I can't back out now because then that would undo Neo's thing again. Or I could have backed out. So Neo still hasn't answered my last message. Ooh, it's there. Before we do though, Coco, show me stuff. Have we got a new outfit in this? I don't remember. I don't think we do, but I'm not sure. Hold on. Your outfit, wise. There's Pierre as well, which you've already seen. Transfer student Emerald. What's Emerald's extra outfit? Normal clothes are a certain style. I saw her running around with some device around her face. Who's Emerald getting a thing for? I remember the poll for this. I think I might have even voted for this one. Oh, I don't remember. There's literally no opportunity to see Emerald unless I get lucky, though. And, like... Oh, there's no opportunity to see Emerald. Ah! Unless she shows up by plot next to Cinder, I'm not going to be able to see her because she's not a common character. I can't just find her and talk to her. I want to know. I want to know. Oh, we'll have to search for later. Right, let's do Neo's thing. Neo's thing comes first. Do we not contacting her really get her get to her that much? I mean, Neo has gotten hung up into some weirdly specific things before, but I don't know. I don't think I said anything that could have be taken as angering. So maybe it's something else. What are we implying? Oh. I hate getting blood on my hat. She's busy with Roman. Dry cleaning these things is always a bother. Thankfully, it's black, so it's not always an immediate concern. But the smell accumulates, you know? She's completely distracted. I love Neo's sprite, by the way. Anyway, alright. What's with the silent treatment you've been giving me, young lady? He says to the mute girl that doesn't speak. Okay, but she's not reacting to him, I guess, is the thing. It's like that to Neo, that silent treatment, not reacting. We've spoken about this already. We need to do this ourselves because our men are otherwise occupied. I know our partners wouldn't take kindly to us diverting resources from the operation. Also, this is the best way we have of putting up a show of force. The hell do you mean, why do we have to appease them in the first place? Have you forgotten who what we're dealing with here? Not impressed? With what exactly? Are you not impressed? The terrorists with stolen prototype Atlas weaponry, the girl with magic powers, or the Grim at her beck and call? No. No, we can't take them. We're an organization of thieves, Neo. You and me are the only ones who can use aura, and 10 of our underlings don't have half the training or drive of the ones of the fangs. You really think I haven't thought about cutting her off the heads? We're not doing that. Because I said so, young lady. This conversation is over. We're going to do nothing but obey, like good little pawns, hide under the protection of the bigger banner wolf that came into town, and hope that the storm overlooks us when it hits. Nothing else. Am I clear? I get the feeling Neil's going to do something else. I'm going to be involved. It's going to be fabulous. Oh, she's not in... Oh, hello! Oh! I'm guessing in this one she can teleport. Or she just decided to bugger off and leave a reflection. But anyway, grown. I've been asking myself that question every day for the last 15 years, Neo. What question? Roman, we can't understand her, but you can. Ah, we're going to see this from quite a lot. They're leaving it open at night now? Huh, cool. Part of the royal castle. Would make sense to have some secret passages in the places in case you need to hide. I bet that before they put the elevator in, the vault was inaccessible, except from here. I never get used to seeing Jin in his like in his uniform. Like it just catches me by surprise for a split second because I'm so used to seeing him in his normal clothes. Anyway, I wonder if this place has any other secrets that husband didn't know about. And how exactly does Amber know about it when he doesn't? Only explanation I can think of is she's from the ex-royal family. That's why she's got a big fancy name. Oh my god. Corrugate your brow no longer, my friend. She speaks posh! For I have come to lay your doubts to rest. Amber, oh my god! Alright, intangible. Quite, I wasn't prepared for hugs. Really, considering the circumstances, you should have expected it. I understand you must be worried. How long has it been since we last spoke? Weeks. Another reason why we even discovered what happened to you was because of Osborne. Could you please elaborate? From my recent conversation, it seems like the headmaster was doing his utmost to keep my presence a secret. Oh, someone's planning on letting you die and putting your powers into Jack. Potentially. I see. Makes sense for how Osborne operates. Jack's face when she told us was... I'm just thankful we were so lucky. Also very brave. You risked much to help me, despite everything already on your plate. For that, you have my eternal gratitude. I just point out that, like, they offered the position to Jack. But, like, surely they should have known she was going to go back and speak to our team. Like, she was one of the least, like, she was one of Osmond's agents, but she's with her team, you know? Ah, they're crazy. Nonsense. Like we would ever leave you behind after everything we've gone through. Also, Janara would have probably tried to kill us again. I see. But I'm thankful for having such good friends. And speaking of which, now that my memories have returned, there's a lot I need to tell you of. Does it also tie into your relationship with the Royals of Vale? Oh, we're so clever when we want to be, aren't we? Did the secret passage give it away? I only recently learned that Beacon was built where the royal palace once stood, and that most of it is now gone. Except two things, I bet. This ballroom and the vault. And if Osborne didn't know about the secret passage despite being the headmaster, I'm prone to believe that it was only knowledge revealed by the royal family when they left. That would indicate that... well, actually, there's a few ways this could have gone about. Because if Amber was a student here, and, like, okay, her parents or grandparents could be the ones that moved out and gave the building up to become a Huntsman Academy. And, like, they just knew about the passages and stuff. And it's just, like, they told stories and da-da-da-da-da. So Amber just ended up finding it herself when she came here. That's possible. Or they'll have a better explanation right here. Precisely so. Granted, most of the secret passages were brought to light when the castle was brought down. But this one was never discovered because of its nature. Only a full maiden can open it. To others, it appears and works as a normal stone wall. Wait, what? Only a full maiden can operate it? It's magic then? How the hell did that happen? A full... Why would there be such a specific contraption in the Valysian royal pet castle? Because since the creation of the kingdom, the Fall Maiden has always been the Queen of Vale. It could happen. I'm not going to say that couldn't happen. We knew there was a king in that Vale. It makes sense that a woman of great power would possibly be the queen. Because, like, you know, the Fall Maiden that was moved to become more secretive. But at one point they weren't. At one point they were using their powers to help people. Then people discovered if you kill them, you can transfer the powers over to other girls. But still, okay, I could buy this. This could make sense. I can get behind this. Is that why your speech is so different now? That you're, of one mind? Your Highness? Silly. The Queen was my mother. We're trying to indicate here that there was still a king of Vale not that long ago. Unless Amber is secretly in her 30s. Like... Oh, I'm sorry. Or, like, maybe it's just, like, she was a queen by technical title, but there's not actually a queen king anymore because the council rule everything. It happened years ago, Jin. But your condolences are most welcome. I see. Still, wouldn't that make you... My father's still alive, and even then, there's nothing for us to rule over any longer. He and my mother were the last ones to ever be crowned. That last act as... regents? Was abdicate? Wait, what? In favor of the current state, which still calls itself a kingdom out of respect. I was born in exile, so to speak, but we kept our traditions going even so. So the mother and father were crowned king queen, but that was before Amber was even born. So how long could that have been ago, though? Like, they could have been young when it happened, but still, you're talking like maybe 20, 30 years ago, tops, right? And there's still a king? I mean, yeah, a lot can change in that time. To be fair, there's nothing to say that the council's not only been about for like the last 10 years. Now, I mean, there's an indication that the Huntsman Academy's been around for a long time, though. Because at least, you know, Raven and that obviously did their time in there. There's so many bits here by working in this plot. Then again, there's also nothing to say that Beacon... Well, I was going to say Beacon Academy could have been somewhere else originally. It just became here afterwards. But we know Raven Harlot went to this one. Blah, whatever. A tradition like passing down magical powers from mother to daughter. Quite. The maidens have existed for thousands of years, Jin. Do you really think this was the first time one was attacked or someone tried to steal their power? How would that make sense? No, I get it. I was more wondering, how do you pass them down so secretly to the point of building a lineage around it? Maiden powers were indeed gifted to the original maidens by wizards, as in the fable. Establishments to the side, there is something that wasn't added to it. The powers automatically pass on to the last person the previous maiden was thinking of before she died. Oh, I see. Or better, I see how that could lead to an attempt on their lives. Originally, the existence of the maidens was public knowledge. Not all who sought them out were souls in search of a miracle for a sick relative. The tipping point came when the different clans in the Vilisian region went to war over possession of the Fall Maiden, who was, at the time, just a child. The clan that won the Maiden War, after 10 brutal years of carnage, established the kingship, and their leader took the Fall Maiden as his queen. And to prevent any further fighting, they made it so that the Maiden's powers passed down from mother to daughter. But that means that your mother... Yes. I've seen the light leave my mother's eyes, and I was the one soul in the room with her when she passed. To be fair, I mean, if there was just a room full of dudes, you know, it just couldn't be any other females in the room, but, you know, as long as you're the only female in the room, she's the only one you're going to be able to think of, you know? That's a terrible thing to do to a child. I agree. But it was necessary. My mother left us in her prime, and if there's no one or someone suitable in the Maiden's thoughts, the gods only know who on Remnant the powers are going to be passed to. Unsuitable. So there's more rows. Males cannot be maidens. Also, the older the woman is, the less likely it is that she can successfully inherit. Which is why it eventually became more likely for people to try and control or get in the graces of maidens, until the knowledge was eventually relegated to the realm of fables. Exceptions made for the enemy. We're learning a lot about the maidens here. We already know this stuff, though. Like, at least we're learning a bit about Amber, or, like, you know, potential backstory for her. That's interesting. Cinder's master, or better mistress. Yes. What do you know about her? I know that she's the person Gennaro is based on, which makes her tied to the boss. Also, that Osmond has some kind of personal relationship with her. Excuse me? A big reason why we managed to get in the vault is that Gennaro lured Osmond out of Beacon and into Vale. Just one look at Gennaro and he became incredibly interested in meeting her. And considering Gennaro looks like this enemy, I can't help but think there's a personal connection there. God, Jean, you really are taking your clever pills today, aren't you? Putting all this together. I mean, it's all theories in his head, but you know, still, it's what's true. I find that hard to believe. How so? Whenever I heard anyone speak about the enemy, two things always stuck out to me. First, her actual name, always spoken in hushed tones, Salem. Amber's just telling us then, okay! Salem. And second, well, the organization that tries to keep the Maidens safe has existed even before the founding of Vale, in one form or another. The only constant has ever been Salem. They have been fighting her and her subordinates over the eons. Ah! So Amber can't believe it because she doesn't know about the husband revival thing. Fair enough. Because to her, it sounds like Salem is like 1,000,000 years old. Whereas Osmond is only like 50, 60 or whatever he is. 40, 50, 60, whatever his ages is. Can never tell with Osmond. He looks young, but that could all be aura, you know? Aura's good for the skin and all that jazz. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's nothing to say Osmond didn't have a personal relationship with her. Nothing saying Salem could take a husband. Actually, that's the thing. Salem can have children. Maybe she did have children again. Who knows? Anyway. It's an interesting thought, though. Salem could technically have children again. So, she's that long-lived. Although, maybe she could have children with Osmond, because Osmond's, like, the more magic person. Possible. There's definitely a possibility that the boss and her have met, then. Osmond is a normal human. I've seen him grow older, so I don't see what kind of personal connection he could have to the enemy. Far as I know, she hasn't revealed herself to anyone in thousands of years. She prefers fighting her battles by proxy. Okay, so this makes sense then. So Amber doesn't believe the idea that Osmond and Salem could have been together because Osmond grows old. She doesn't know about the revival. Jin didn't know that Salem was like thousands of years old, so he believed there was a personal connection there. But now that he knows that, he's now doubting that idea because he doesn't know about the Osmond revival thing or anything about Salem either, so it's sounding less likely now. Fair enough. There's another mystery for the pile. Oh, whatever. We can wrap our heads around all this stuff later, alongside everything else. Everyone else. Right now, I'm just happy to see you again, and knowing you're getting better. Oh, come Sunday. She wakes up on Sunday. Gonna go fight Cinder. Oh, it'll be a good time. We're really close to the dance. It could be Amber doesn't actually get in good shape to actually fight until near the dance, which is where she's gonna fight Cinder. That could be how the story derails to the point where the dance is the finish, because we're gonna have the final battle then, because Cinder's gonna have to fast forward her plans or something. Oh, interesting. But anyway, thank you, Jin. I'm very happy to see you again too. You know, when I was... This is the point where we add her to the harm. Never mind. That's a conversation for a different time. I say, what about we organise another war council with everyone else? You are posh. That would be ideal, yes. We can catch you up on what's been happening while you were away. And we can talk about what comes next. And I can divulge further information without having to repeat myself. So, I guess good night? Yes, good night, Amber. It's great to have you back. I know. I can feel it. That was just the Monday event. Jesus. If they're all this long, we're going to have about 7 episodes this week. Jesus. Okay, that was interesting. The time frame's a bit confusing because, like, they gave over the castle and the castle became, you know, Beacon. But we know Beacon Academy's been around for at least a while because Raven and everyone trained there, and Raven and that trained there at least, like, 20 odd years ago. So, yeah. The time frame could work. It just means that Raven that went there, it was still a fairly new building place. That's not to say that Beacon could have existed somewhere else prior, though. There's so many possibilities. Oh, well. We'll see what happens. Alright, event still to be added. Knowledge. Here we go. James said he had enough to cover the school by the weekend. He'll have enough to cover the school by the weekend. Ooh, soldiers? Machines? What? I see. What are we going to tell the students? they're sure to ask questions. Well, we're going to check them all. Of course. We're going to tell them the truth. You're going to tell them the enemy's about. You know the enemy's going to, like, start moving at that point. You're going to lose the element of surprise when they know you're coming for them. We're experimenting with a new surveillance system in collaboration with Atlas Academy. A system they will be seeing operating in Veil City as well. For the duration of the Vital Festival and the period leading up to it. Okay, fair enough. I see. And what about Amber? I haven't decided yet. I mean, you could try talking to her. just you could try speaking to her and maybe decide that way. You haven't decided, but she's healed. She no longer needs the machine. She could just as easily spend her convalences in a bed now. First of all, the vault is still the safest place for her to recuperate. Second, what if that is what they wanted us to do? True, they don't know who healed her. You mean the enemy? There's no sense to healing Amber, considering that if she died, the Fall Maiden's powers would be automatically transferred to her assailant. Unless what they wanted us to do is making us bring her out. But they were alone with her for at least a few minutes. They could have easily killed Amber. This can't be about her powers. Yeah, pretty much. No. So we have to consider that there might be something else they're aiming for. Including that maybe healing her isn't the only thing they've done to Amber. Ah! The second he said no, they must be aiming for something else, my brain instantly thought, oh, you think Amber's gonna betray you. He's thinking Amber, well, not betray him, but he's thinking something's influencing Amber then. Possibly to drag her over to the enemy side. Oh, he's being overly paranoid. Oh. He's keeping her in there. She doesn't know if we can trust her. That's not a good sign. Oh, I don't like that. We have no new messages from Neo. Oh. Oh. Well, I didn't want to bother you. I mean, with your job. Yeah, there's been nothing. Nothing, I say. Well, I'm bummed I can't find Emerald then. What do I want to do then? I don't know. Have we any other stuff to set up? I don't think I've got anything else to set up, to be honest. Oh, it shows this place where I could find her. Like, I don't think, I can't do Jax. I've already done, like, I don't think I did Jax 1 in this playthrough. Or did I? I may have actually. Is Neil still in Veil? I can get her, sudden silence. Oh, wait. Okay, so we can find Neil there. Cool. I don't see Jax thing anywhere. Possibly somewhere else. We'll check in a second. Maybe at nighttime. We're not doing Jax anyway, but I mean, if I could get it set up now, that would save time. I mean, she's mute, but, I don't like not hearing from her. Maybe she did get angry at me. Should I try sending her another message, or... Oh, good. Just the person I wanted to see. Roman Torchwick? Yeah, you can bask in my presence later. Have you heard from Neo? No, wait, I thought she was with you. What happened to Neo? Sigh. We had a fight, I guess. And her semblance makes it very difficult to find her if she doesn't want to be found. Have you tried sending her a message? Hasn't replied. Mind trying for me, bestie? Of course, just one moment. Hey, Neo, I'm with Torchwick. Where are you? No answer yet. She must have guessed we are together. Hell, for all I know, she could be looking at us right now. She's a master of disguise. Why are we out here so long? As I send her a message, I just sit there for hours with Torchwick, like, yep, still not replied yet. Do I talk about the weather? Or, that little psycho. Why can't she understand? She could be looking... Just, what does her semblance do? Sharing trade secrets is the quickest way to an early grave, bestie. And that goes double for semblances. The moment you reveal their true nature is the moment you expose your weak points. If the other guy is smart enough. I guess you're right. More importantly, what happened? Last time I spoke to Neo, we were talking Well. What about? Well, I kind of almost died recently, and she got upset that I didn't ask for her help. And I told her that with her job, I didn't want to disturb her. Ah, so that's why it suddenly came to a head. God damn it. You mean this is my fault? I mean, Jane, it normally is, let's be honest. In a way. Look, you mentioned her job. What do you know about it? How much do we know about Neo's job? We really don't. Well, I know she's a criminal, and I guess you're second in command. Also, she told me that you're doing grunt work because all your men are otherwise occupied. Oh, correct, yes. What she got to mention is that we're not exactly doing this because we want to. But you're the boss of the city. To an extent. And the forces who gently requested our assistance are something that go beyond even that. There's no refusing them, and so we have been making do. A loss of liberty is a price I'm willing to pay if the alternative is annihilation. And so far, she has complained, and even to refuse every now and then, but she mostly accepted it. But then, she goes and gets her best friend, and now her loss of liberty doesn't just prevent her from seeing you, it prevents her from being there when you need her most. We are thawing out Neo's heart. This is a scary thing. She might join the Harmon yet, Neo. Hence our confrontation and her disappearance. I understand why she might be frustrated. But I know for a fact Neo thinks the world of you, Mr. Torchwick. I know. I mean, I can't just... it can't be just that which made her so angry at you. It wasn't. Then... the Roman she knows would have never let a bunch of punks walk all over him. Annihilation or not. My liberty, my freedom is... it's the entire reason why I entered the business to begin with. Why I left the academy, why I climbed to the top of the food chain in this city. Roman Torchwick is his own man. He doesn't lick boots, he doesn't submit, and if he can't break through the wall, he finds a way around it. That's what I've always been, and that's the person Neo met. Then what happened? Neo happened. He's not scared of dying, but he's scared of Neo dying because he cares about her. Makes sense. Also, isn't that kind of thing that he did in Season 3? Like, he kind of mentioned, you know, he has too much to lose or something. I forget. Yeah, it's been ages since Torchwick. I really wish he was still alive. I kind of hope he is still alive because we didn't actually see him die. We just saw him get eaten by a Grim. Hoping Aura could survive that. God. Part of me really wishes he could come back. He was a fun criminal, damn it. Wipe that smile off your face. Have you ever told her that? Of course not. She might find a way to convince me to risk my life. Risk both our lives. I understand your concerns. Believe me, I do. But you risk losing her altogether like this. Maybe that'd be best. Neo is not me, and she shouldn't be trying to become me. Hey, hold on. Nah, I didn't skip anything. Whatever. Enough of the mushy stuff. Contact me if anything about Neo comes up, and shush about everything we've just talked about. Don't worry, I'm in with a lot of criminals. I've got a lot to keep quiet about nowadays. Will do. I should get back to Beacon anyway. Yeah, let's swap scroll numbers as we walk. I'm just casually swapping numbers with Roman Torchwick. Okay, and she's here. And she was there! She heard! She's crying! No! Neo! Oh! Oh! Neo. God, that's giving me a noise every time, isn't it? Yes, it is. Neon's offer. Nothing to do here. Jack's thing even here? I think Jack's thing's here. I don't think I did Jack's thing in this playthrough. And that's fine. Alright, to the gym it is then, I suppose. Yeah. Strength? Aye, why not? Strength. Oh, hello. Event still to be added. Combat experience went up. You want me to attend? We're inviting CL to the war meeting. What? Yes, everyone was in agreement, more or less. Okay, Penny, I understand Ciel's been a great help and she's been awesome, but, like, you probably should have invited her more. Like, you're involving her more than she wants to necessarily be involved. Like, she doesn't really want to be involved. If she can help it. She wants to be a loyal Atlas person. Your contributions have been absolutely invaluable, Ciel. So we thought it'd be only fair for you to meet the person you helped save. Okay, that's fair enough. But I've only helped you because you blackmailed me, sort of. Don't think that maybe I could get the information laid out to me, and if you'd wanted to, you already would have. Also, exposing us would expose your collaboration as well, so I'm positive you won't do it. Ah, you're putting such pressure on her. Still, why you treat me like I'm part of your stupid team? All of a sudden, I don't understand. Ciel, is it something you want to do? Huh? What? Well, my prime directive, that's not what I asked, silly. I had a prime directive too. And saving the world is a great objective my father gave me. I can't wait till I'm able to accomplish it. But it's not something I've come up with myself. Something I want to do just because I do. Not because of a prime directive. Don't you have something like that? I want to make my father proud, but that's normal, no? Not really, no. What? You mean you don't? Nope. But he's your father. Why wouldn't you want to make him proud? Because he already is. Penny logic, fair enough. Can't argue with that, Ciel. There's a difference between what you think will make your father proud and what will actually make him proud. When's the last time you heard from him? When I left for Vale. You should call him. I'm sure you'll be surprised. Also, you should come to the meeting, and you should hang out with us more often. Just making her one of the mates, okay. I'm sure Papa wouldn't mind being without an escort for a few hours at a time. Okay, that's kind of dangerous, but sure. I mean, he's got Winter, the psycho. Alright, I'll think about it. But I still don't feel comfortable coming to the meeting tomorrow. It's alright, I understand. But if you change your mind, you know where to find us. Penny? Yes? What is it? What is it you want to do? I'ma guess make lots of friends. Or, like, just stay with, like, Jin forever. I want to make lots of friends and live a long, happy life with them by my side. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what I'd expect from Penny. Oh, she's so precious. Oh. Alright. Well, this has ticked on for a very long time. I didn't expect Monday to be so long. Tuesday was pretty long. We're halfway through Wednesday. I'm going to cut the video here, I guess, and end it off, and then we'll do the next episode, and then we'll do the date, and then well, actually, it depends. If the next, like, 2 days are, like, super short, or nothing happens in them, then I'll just add it onto this and keep going. If not, then thank you all for watching. See you all next day for my RWBY visual novel. We'll continue the rest of the week, and then do Neo's date. Goodbye, everybody.